Hello and welcome to this edition of Designing Spaces, the show that's all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. I'm Debbie Marie.
And I'm David Jones. On today's show, we're going to focus on the theme that we started on our last show, and that's spring household overhauls, both inside and out.
Right, and don't forget the car, because it's been blasted by winter, so we want to have a spring cleaning for that too.
We've got you covered all over the house, including your outdoor living space. For example, a deck or, maybe even a gazebo.
I like it. And we have something for your inside space, specifically your sleeping space. How about a bed makeover on a budget?
We're even going to refresh your driveway today.
Ooh, I like the way that sounds. Refresh your driveway. All right, so stick around and see it all right now on Designing Spaces. Well, this last winter has been really harsh on our cars.
Well, now that spring is near, what do you say we show our cars a little love and send them off to the spa? Only you're the masseuse.
Exactly, and I had the chance to see that, and our friends know everything about car care. Watch. With the arrival of warmer weather, we think about spring cleaning, completing projects around the house, put away winter items, and even start thinking about summer travel plans. But what about the car? It could use a bit of spring cleaning after the harsh conditions of winter have pounded the finish. Today, Designing Spaces takes it to the garage for some automotive spring cleaning. Joining us today is Todd Mathis from 3M, and he's going to give us some great tips and suggestions for cleaning our cars both inside and out. Todd, welcome to Designing Spaces.
Thank you.
Now, I've heard of spring cleaning for the home, but never for the car.
Cleaning the interior and exterior is a great way to feel better about your vehicle. It'll look nicer, and you'll retain that value of the vehicle.
You know, when I clean my car, it actually drives better.
Absolutely.
It's not a myth, it really does.
I agree.
All right, so I already cleaned my car. As you can see, it looks pretty clean, but I have a lot of scratches. There's some here, and there's some here. Anything I can do for them?
Yep, 3M makes it's called the 3M scratch removal system, and it's designed to take out light scratches, like some of the scratches you see here from fingernails or brushing against the vehicle when it's dirty, or some car wash scratches.
Great.
And we've got a system to take those scratches out.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, can you walk me through how to do that?
Sure.
Okay, what do we do first?
First, what we're going to do, we're going to mist the water onto the scratch area of the vehicle, mist the abrasive with water, and we're going to just sand that scratch out. Anytime you work with tools, you really should use safety glasses.
Just to be safe.
I'll give you a pair of safety glasses here.
All right, now we're sporting.
We're going to take purple foam pad and rubbing compound. We're going to put the compound on the pad. We'll smear it around a little on the surface so we don't have a lot of slings, so it's not as messy. And then we're going to go through and we'll compound that area out. So we're going to bring that gloss back. So all we're doing is just restoring those light scratches that we put in to get the first scratch out. So now we're going to a black pad. Now this black pad is softer. And now I'm just going to go over that area. And this is really like a final polish, just so we don't have a hazy area where that scratch was. And we can, when I do this, I work outside, so you can see I did a larger area than I actually sanded.
I noticed that.
I just kind of work out to a bigger area, and that way I minimize the risk of missing something, missing some scratches. I'm going to wipe that area up.
I have a new car again. Wow,
No
that
more
is
scratch.
Incredible. That looks beautiful. Wow,
It's easy to use.
Yeah,
and
that was easy. And everything comes in the kit, so we don't have to even think about what we need. It's all right there.
Everything comes in the kit. You need water and a paper towel.
This looks good. Scratch gone. I love it. But as you can see, my car, the color's a little dull. It's an older car. Anything to brighten it up?
Yeah, we have a paint restoration system that's designed to do specifically that. Take that dull finish and get it back to the gloss. And if we take a look at the hood, I can show you what we're talking about. Okay, so Debbie, here's what we're talking about. You look at the hood and you can see some real light oxidation. It doesn't have a gloss it once had.
Right.
And this is where the 3M paint restoration system comes in. Now the first step is Scratch Remover Plus with a yellow pad. That's going to remove the oxidation. Second step with Shine Restorer is going to bring that gloss back. And then to protect that gloss, the last step is a synthetic wax We're going to protect that finish and bring a little bit of gloss to that finish.
Okay, this looks incredible. My old car looks new again. I love it. Well, ignore the headlights that are all foggy, but everything else looks really good.
The finish looks really nice,
Yeah.
and as far as the headlights go, we've got a great solution for the headlights, and it's not something you want to overlook. There's an appearance factor to that, but there's also a safety factor. You want to have a lot more light so you can see and be seen.
It's a very good point. Okay, Todd, it is amazing. It looks better than when I actually bought the car, so perfect. Great products for the exterior. How about for the interior of the car?
Yeah, we've got products for the interior as well, both fabric and carpet cleaners and protectants, some interior dressings and cleaners, and all those products, as well as the products that you've seen today, are all online at 3mcarcare.com. You can get product information, where to buy, product demos, all that information.
Absolutely. You make it very easy. Todd, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Well, if you want to see any part of this segment again, go to our website at designingspaces.tv. And happy spring cleaning to you.
All right, before we get working with the home overhaul, and what do you say we look at the latest in construction innovation?
Sounds good. It's called ICF Construction, and it has so much going for it. We thought the viewers of Designing Spaces who are entertaining the idea of building a new home should see it.
In fact, here's David Crow in Phoenix, Arizona with the story.
We all want our new homes to look good, be strong and well constructed, be safe, and cost effective. However, nowadays, construction companies and homeowners are also concerned with the impact their home may have on the environment. Engineers and architects have pushed beyond traditional wood frame home construction, and the results are creating a new generation of both environmentally friendly homes and happy homeowners. The home you see constructed behind me is a perfect example. And with us today, we have Athena Davis from the award-winning national manufacturer of Build Block Building System, ICFs, to share with us what is going into this new home that makes it so different from traditional home construction materials. Athena, thanks for coming out to be in Designing Spaces.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited today to show you exactly what an ICF structure can do. We at Build Block want to educate the public that you can build with an ICF and achieve things like energy efficiency, sustainability for the environment, environmentally friendly structure, and one that has better air filtration, giving you better air quality, so a healthier environment for your family. So today I hope I can educate you on all the benefits of building with an ICF structure.
ICF, what exactly is that? And better yet, can you show us what they are?
Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of people ask that. Why don't I go over here and we'll show you what one is, and I'll tell you all about it.
Sounds great.
Let me give you the basics of an ICF.
Okay.
First, you have 2.5 inches of expanded polystyrene on either side of what we call a web. This web acts as two things. One, embedded in the block is the web, which acts as your furring strip. And then you have these fingers, which are the rebar fingers. And as you can see, the rebar is what gives your concrete its strength, obviously giving the structure strength. So we've made it easy so that you can actually put the rebar in the fingers. Once you have all of that, you add concrete, and this stays in place. What you have is an insulated concrete wall.
Now, you mentioned ICF is environmentally friendly as well. Can you give us some details on that?
Yeah, I want you to think about this. You have 2.5 inches of insulation on either side of a monolithic structure of concrete. So not only do you have insulation on both the interior and exterior, but you also have thermal mass working for you as well.
Wow, I've never seen anything like this. Now, why would someone use ICF as opposed to traditional methods?
There are a number of reasons. One, it's environmentally friendly. Second, it reduces your energy costs. Third, it's a healthier environment. And fourth, it's safer.
Now, you mentioned safe. How is ICF construction safer than more traditional homes?
The concrete that's reinforced by the rebar in the concrete. Government tests show that if you live in an ICF structure, that the ICF is hurricane resistant, tornado resistant, earthquake resistant, and fire resistant. You can't think of a better structure to keep your family safe.
Impressive. Now, does the ICF actually insulate the home from outside temperatures?
It sure does. You know, in the morning when you wake up and it's cold outside, so it's cold in your home, and in the evening it's warm outside, so it's warm in your home? Well, with an ICF structure, because of the insulation on the interior and exterior and the concrete in the middle with the thermal mass properties. You do not get that fluctuation in temperature. So it doesn't matter where you live. If it's cold outside or hot outside, you're not going to feel that temperature fluctuation inside an ICF structure. So you don't have to utilize energy to either cool or heat your house. It's also going to create an environment that is more friendly to you in your home.
Well, it sounds like the family living here will definitely have a nice environment to live in. What are some of the other benefits?
Outside the environmental and economic benefits, there also is the reduction of air filtration with an ICF system. So if you have allergies, that's going to create a healthier environment for your family.
Wow, sounds like a potential for a healthier lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Well, now that we've seen how an ICF home is built, let's go look at the finished product.
I can't wait. Let me go show you one.
Wow, what a great house. Now, this was built using Build Block ICF Construction?
It sure is. Let's go meet the homeowner. Hi, Gary. This is David Crow from Designing Spaces, here to see your new home.
Great, come on in.
Gary, thanks so much for letting us stop by. You have a beautiful home here. What was it that made you decide to go with Build Block ICF Construction?
Well, I first seen the ICF Construction about 15 years ago at a home and garden show. And I just really liked the strength, the durability, and the efficiency of building with ICF. And then soon we discovered that there were no limits to the design. And with today's energy and environmental challenges, it just seemed the right way to go.
And what was the first thing you noticed, the biggest difference between this and other homes that you've lived in once you got moved in and settled?
How quiet it is. With the outside noise, the traffic, and the air base about a mile away, the Build Block ICF walls just lock the noise out.
Well, it really seems like you've accomplished building your dream home.
Yes, I have. Thank you.
Well, I've gotten quite the education today. Could you run through just the finer points one more time of the Build Block ICF?
Absolutely. There are 5 major benefits to Build Block ICFs. Safety, energy efficiency, betterment of lifestyle, return on your investment, and longevity of structure, and most importantly, it's environmentally friendly.
Now, if our viewers wanted to find out more, how would they go about that? What's the website?
BuildBlock.com. There, you're going to find out everything you need to know about building a house with Build Block ICFs.
Athena, Gary, thanks so much for taking the time to share this new technology in home building with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will also have a link to Build Block on our site, designingspaces.tv, where you can choose to see this portion of the episode again. In Phoenix, Arizona, I'm David Crow for Designing Spaces.
Wouldn't it be great if we could build our own wooden deck or maybe even that beautiful gazebo to set off that backyard landscaping?
All right, I'm already picturing backyard barbecues and parties and lazy Sundays. Okay, where do I start? How do I design this?
Okay, I think we have the answer to both of those quick questions right now in Designing Spaces. Watch this.
Wow, this is a beautiful backyard, but there's just one thing missing: a deck. A place where you can entertain, barbecue, or just relax. So what's stopping you? Well, the obvious, of course. How do you get started? Meet our homeowners, Rob and Michelle. Hi, guys.
Hi.
So you've never tackled a project like this before, but I bet you're pretty excited about the prospect.
Yeah, absolutely.
What made you guys decide to finally get started on this?
Well, we struggled with where to begin. We had so many questions. How do you design a deck?
How much will it cost? What materials do we need?
Well, Big Hammer was a big help.
Whoa, Big Hammer? That sounds pretty impressive. What is that?
Well, it's a web-based deck designer that we use to help us at almost every point.
Well, we'd love to find out more, so Designing Spaces has invited an expert to walk us through the process. So while you guys are out shopping for your supplies, we're going to meet Katie Saucedo, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Great. Okay, Katie, so let's start with the basics. What we need is a deck, and what we have right now is a big, blank, beautiful backyard. So what steps do we need to take?
Well, the first step is your vision, and you're going to want to decide what kind of a deck do you want. Do you want a one-tier deck? Do you want a two-tier deck? And then probably the next step that I would take is what kind of wood is that deck going to be built of? What kind of finishes? What kind of railings? And then you can go so far as to choose how many steps the deck is going to have. Are you going to insert a hot tub or perhaps a pool even? And then my favorite feature is you can upload an actual image of your home and attach the deck to your house. And then there's a feature that will spin your home and the deck around so that you can see it in 3D and really get a feel for how that deck's going to look. There's patio furniture that you can put onto the deck. There are grills and fire pits because a lot of people think, I need a deck this size. And then once you put that patio furniture on there, they realize they don't have enough space. So simply by clicking the mouse, you can make your deck larger. You can design around the deck. You can include trees and bushes. That way, if someone else is doing the information for you, they really get an idea as to what you want.
That's really cool. So what I'm going to do is go on your website, and if I want to design it from scratch, I can, but I can also choose from templates?
You can. There are several templates to choose from based on the size and the shape of your deck.
So if I want a square, I can pick a square or a rectangle?
You can. And there's even some inserts for your hot tub, or if you'd like a pool, the software will work with you.
Well, that's really cool. So once I design my deck and I'm pretty happy with a few different designs, am I able to share it with family or friends?
You can, and the decks are beautiful, but they're also functional. So if you aren't building the deck yourself, you can actually send the plans to your builder, and he can take it from there.
Is this something that's primarily used by do-it-yourselfers?
It's actually used by more retailers and home improvement stores, builders, than any other software like it.
I'm sure that a lot of viewers right now are thinking, is it expensive to use the software on BigHammer.com?
There's actually no charge associated with the designing process. You can log onto our site and use the software at no cost. Design as many decks as you like. Let your imagination run wild.
Wow, that's great. Now, all states have different building codes and permits, so what does the do-it-yourselfer need to know?
Well, one of the most useful features of our software is that once the designing process is complete, you simply hit print all. It will print not only a shopping list that you can take to your local home improvement store, but it will print out the information you need to take to your county so that you can acquire those permits and begin the building process.
That's great. So by a shopping list, you mean I'm going to get everything that I need in one shopping trip and I'm not going to have to keep running back to the store?
Everything, down to the very last nail.
That is great, and I bet that's going to save a lot of money.
It will.
That is wonderful. So, Katie, where can our viewers get more information?
Just go to BigHammer.com.
That's great. Katie, thanks again for being on Designing Spaces.
Thank you, Andy.
It's been a pleasure. I'm going to go check on Rob and Michelle and see how they're coming along.
All right.
So I guess there's just one last thing. Are you guys ready to get started?
We are. Now we have a plan for design and action that fits our budget.
We just know this is going to be the deck that we dreamed about.
That's awesome. Good luck, you guys.
Thank you.
Designing Spaces would like to thank Katie Saucedo and, of course, our homeowners. I just know that they're going to build a deck that's going to give them years of family fun. If you'd like to see this part of the show again, you can always log on to designingspaces.tv, where we'll also provide a link to Big Hammer. For Designing Spaces, I'm Andy Tillis.
Okay, homeowners, if you have an asphalt driveway, you know over time it'll eventually develop cracks.
Or potholes.
That's right, and in the long run, it's only going to get worse. But up next, we have a do-it-yourself project that'll increase your home's curb appeal and make your driveway safer.
Here's Bobby Dodge.
An often overlooked part of your home's curb appeal is the driveway. Many homeowners with asphalt drives overlook the slow aging that occurs with time, such as increasing number of cracks, the appearance of potholes, and a general dingy-looking surface. By properly treating an asphalt driveway, it can be restored to its former beauty without having to resort to expensive repaving. Designing Spaces is ready to show you how you can do it yourself. We're here with Jerry Chavez, product manager for sealants and driveway products with the Henry Company, and also the homeowner Leo to do a driveway makeover. That's right, we're going to beautify this asphalt driveway back to its original form, and we're going to do it as a do-it-yourself project. Now, Jerry has the tips, tools, and materials we need to get this job done right. Jerry, thank you so much for joining us.
Excited to be here, Bobby.
Leo, thank you.
Bobby, thank you.
Before we get Leo working, I've got a few questions. First off, why bother? Why should we restore this asphalt driveway to its original form?
Well, although asphalt driveways last for many years, they don't stay smooth and black forever. But there are simple steps you can take to maintain your driveway, increase its service life, and your home's curb appeal. After all, your driveway is one of the first things people notice. Additionally, by sealing your driveway, you're saving a lot of money by avoiding expensive repaving costs.
Okay, well then that leads me to my next question. We've decided we're going to restore this driveway. What's the fastest and easiest way to get that done?
Bobby, that's simple. It's a simple 3-step process. Clean it, repair it, and seal it.
Well, it sounds simple enough, so maybe we should get Leo working.
Absolutely.
Bobby, I'm so glad you're here. You know, we love do-it-yourself projects. We love the satisfaction from doing these ourselves. The care factor can't be beat, and the savings we use on other home projects as well. So are you ready to go help us?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm here to lend a hand, but I think with Jerry's guidance, you should be fine.
Very well.
All right, let's go start this thing. Jerry, we're ready to get started. Tell us, what's the first thing we need to do?
Again, remember, it's a simple 3-step process. Clean it, repair it, and seal it. But before you do that, you want to make sure to take care of any weeds that may be growing in the cracks or other areas of the driveway. Next, you want to sweep the area or use a leaf blower to remove any dust, dirt, or loose materials from the driveway. And be sure to take care of any gas or oil stains by cleaning them thoroughly with a stiff bristle brush and a general purpose cleaner. And then you want to follow that up with a garden hose with a spray nozzle. Wash down the area, but be sure to sweep away any puddles.
Sounds simple enough.
Absolutely. Let's get started.
Step 1, sweeping and cleaning. Everything's looking good. So, Jerry, we finished step 1. We've cleaned everything. Now we're moving on to the repairing step, and I see you have all the products we need to move forward. Can you explain what we're going to do now?
In step 2, after you've cleaned the driveway thoroughly, it's time to make all the necessary repairs. So we're going to use Henry 308 crack filler, which is an elastomeric product. It expands and contracts, and it will not shrink or get brittle. For larger cracks or potholes, we want to use Henry 304 pothole patch. It's ready to use out of the container, no mixing required.
All right, let's put Leo to work.
Let's do it.
Well, Jerry, I've done all the repair work, and as you can see, Leo is taking all the credit. What is the next step we do? Do we let this dry?
Yes, after all the repairs have been completed, you want to allow the product to cure properly. This particular product sets up in about an hour, but others take a little bit longer, so always refer to the product packaging for further instructions and detail.
All right, well, let's meet back here in 1 hour, and we'll be all set for that final step. We are ready for that third step, the application of the sealer. Jerry, tell us exactly what we're going to do next.
Absolutely. Step 3, we're going to seal the driveway. The driveway has been cleaned and repaired, but before we get started, we want to make sure that the temperature is at least 50 degrees Fahrenheit and rising. There's no rain in the forecast within 48 hours, and start early in the morning. This sealer is waterproof only after it has completely sealed. And for best application and appearance, be sure to use a brush applicator.
Well, this is the step I've been waiting for all day, so let's start. It's been 4 hours since we finished this project, and I have to tell you, it looks like a work of art.
And it is now dry enough that we can walk on it. Tomorrow at this time, you'll be able to park your cars back in the driveway again.
What I liked most about this was the fact that the tools we used to put these products down were normal things that you would find in Leo's garage.
That's exactly right. The whole idea is to do it yourself, quickly, without hassle, and get professional-looking results.
Where can our viewers find these products?
You can find Henry Driveway products at your local home center or hardware store. And for more detailed information on driveway products and other projects, you can visit us at henry.com.
You can also go to designingspaces.tv, where you'll find the link that Jerry just mentioned, and you can also watch this part of the show again. I have to tell you guys, that was a very fulfilling do-it-yourself project.
Thank you, Bobby.
I had a great time.
Thanks, Leo.
For Designing Spaces, I'm Bobby Dodge.
Recently, we helped a family feeling the economic crunch make over a special room in their house, the master bedroom.
Well, today our friends have some refurbishing tips on your sleeping spaces and doing it on a budget. Watch this.
Your bedroom
Your first priority here is a good night's sleep. But if possible, you also want this room to reflect your style and personality. And let's face it, those things change over time, sometimes even from season to season. So let's focus on winter. To give us some great seasonal decorating tips and ideas is Edward Cardamuna, Chief Global Creative Officer for Springs Global, one of the world's leading home furnishing companies. Welcome to the show, Edward.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
It's great to have you because you created a beautiful winter bed here. And the first thing I noticed are the vibrant colors. They're so beautiful. And when I think of winter, I really do think of dark and dreary colors.
I think most people do. It's a great point. And there's no reason why dark and dreary on the outside needs to be dark and dreary in your bedroom. So we like to think about wardrobing your bedroom in the same way you do your apparel. So we've introduced this really beautiful iced aqua color and truly made a winter bed by introducing layers. A quilt, which is also reversible, a woven blanket to accompany the comforter. And that's really what made the winter bed. But what's the season that follows winter? It's spring. So people really want that sense of optimism as they begin the new year. So with a simple removal of the coverlet, removal of the blanket, all of Spring Made's products are fully reversible. We reverse this bed, introduce a new deck pillow, and you're ready for spring.
Wow, you're getting 2 for the price of 1. That's really saving money there.
Exactly.
That's fabulous. Well, thank you for the great tip.
You're welcome.
If you'd like to hear more tips from Edward, there's many more to come, so stay tuned to Designing Spaces. Or you can log on to designingspaces.tv, where you could also find a link to springmade.com. For Designing Spaces, I'm Michelle Russo.
You know, things are really starting to shape up. We've got the driveway covered, the deck, even the car.
That's right. So what do we have next?
Next, why, you have something else?
Oh, no, I don't. You can relax.
We're out of time.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're just going to have to watch for us on the next Designing Spaces, which is coming very soon. I'm David Jones.
And I'm Debbie Marie. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. For more information about anything you've seen on today's show or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/dspacestv or friend us on Facebook. Type in the words Designing Spaces. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.